Exactly what this match was known for last year, as they managed to beat AC Milan on the last day to stay up for a 6th season in the top flight. So it looks like we're all set. Let's send it off to the San Siro for the first half.
And if we just check in that everything is okay, and off we go. Pitch looking in good condition as Reggina play the ball forward, and immediately Cavalli's up well, and wins the ball back from Amoruso, and Nesta taking no chances, knocks the ball long across the halfway line. Cirillo with a header back, drops down to Barreto in midfield, and then knocked wide Villani, and it's Nesta again. He's had his injury problems, of course, but now 32, still in fine form, Alessandro Nesta, and Marino Gattuso commits the first foul on Pinozzi. Pinozzi in midfield 4. Villani, Barreto, Pinozzi and Modesto. Ahead of that is Cozza and Berenza, who's been in excellent form since he arrived from Palermo in the January transfer window and scored against Sampdoria last week. And the lone striker Amoruso, but he will get support from Cozza and Berenza. 3 at the back. Valdez, Cirillo and Aronica. The ball drops down, and drive coming in there from Brocchi, and not too wide. Ball chipped forward by Pirlo. Dropped down again, and almost a chance there. There was a late change just to the lineups there. It's Pato is not actually playing, and Brocchi in the midfield, and it is Inzaghi supported by Seedorf and Kaká, and that was a very late change there. And Pato on the bench. I don't know if maybe picked up a slight injury in the warm-up, but we shall see if he comes on. It's Modesto who's down. I felt that tumble inside his own area. Milan last week went down to defeat at Juventus, and they played well, down to 10 men. Bonero getting sent off, went down to a 3-2 defeat. They were 2-1 in the lead, and certainly with the quality on the pitch, this Milan side could be 7 points off the Champions League position with 4 games to go. It's pretty unacceptable for a club of this stature, but you know they can still make it, and Carlo Ancelotti has not given up, that's for sure. It's Cafu still full of running. It's down the flank. Cozza, the playmaker and captain of the side, getting back there and making a challenge on Marcus Cafu, and Cozza claiming that it came off the Brazilian, but it's Pirlo into the near post, headed away strongly, and ball drops down edge of the area. Again it's Pirlo, back in Gattuso to Pirlo, the edge of the area. Pirlo turns, lovely ball to Gattuso. If he can knock it back across the face of the goal, just blocked by Aronica at the end there, and Modesta hacks the ball away. Anywhere will do for Reggina at the moment, very much on the back foot. The ball played forward, and again headed down into midfield. Barretta's there, just gets away from Brocchi. Brocchi, who been used mostly as a substitute this season, but has been in fine form of late. Certainly hard-working player for that midfield area. Cirillo arrived at the club in January as well, from Levante in Spain, but vast experience in Italian football. Started out with Inter, in fact. Liani giving the ball away, and Caladze now to Favalli. And ball forward over the top of Inzaghi. And Cozza plays it wide for Modesta. Put in the middle, there's Cozza linking up again. And Reggina, their first movement forward, and cuts with his shots, and that's always had that covered. Getting across there. And Francesco Cozza, 32 years old, but he wasn't too far wide. I think any closer. Kalach there just drew his hands away at the last moment. Four goals for Cozza this season. Seedorf skips inside, gets away from one challenge, wants to play the ball back, but in between Kalach and Nesta having to step on the gas there, and gets the ball nicely. Certainly Milan have started at a good pace. They're playing the ball around very well, and Pirlo goes on a run, picks out Cafu, who's time to measure across into the middle, it's over the top, and Campagnolo comes out, 31-year-old, and clears long. Amoruso is caught in an offside position. Amoruso, joint top scorer with Brienza on 7 goals. So again, he just got in behind Caladze, Orlandi, who came in for Renzo Oliveri. He's a former youth coach here. Just in the job over a month. And his remit is to keep Reggina in the top flight. Played by Modesto, stepping in, wins the ball back, and Barreto, Paraguayan, and Liani, some for Valle again, turns out wide. That's good play by the number 7. Amoruso down the line, Brienza stumbles, allows Nesta just to step in and tidy up, and good defending by Milan. Both sides want to play the ball around quickly, and it's certainly fans are appreciating it. And Barreto stepped in, and Modesto then gives the ball back to Pirlo. First real touch for Kaká, and listen to the crowd when Kaká gets the ball inside the area and goes down. Is that going to be a penalty? Referee comes up, and it certainly is. Great start for Milan. Stefano Farina, no doubt there, and it was Kaká's first touch on the ball, and immediately got away from Modesto, turned inside Aronica, and Modesto trailing behind him, tried to make the challenge. He wasn't goal side either. You just see it again from this angle. Did he get a touch on the ball? Certainly didn't. Clipped the heels there of Kaká, and the referee had no doubts about that. And penalty kick now for Milan. It will be Ricky Kaká, who's missed 1 this season, but he's Milan's top scorer on 11 goals, and he's got an opportunity here to put Milan ahead just after around 7 minutes of the first half, and just the lift that the Rossoneri need. Up steps Kaká, strokes the ball away beautifully. Positive finish there from the World and European Footballer of the Year, and Milan ahead, and just the start that they wanted. And that all came about with the ball given away cheaply in midfield. Pirlo playing it through to Kaká, full of confidence, running at the defence and winning the penalty kick, and he took it so well, stepped up, set the keeper the wrong way, and it flew into the back of the net. 1-0, and Milan will want to press home that advantage. They do have some defending to do, and Brienza getting in behind Nesta. There's a lot of work to do to get the ball into the middle, and Nesta with a good defensive work there, getting across and blocking that ball. Now it's Cozza, pulls the ball into the back post. Well back Seedorf, getting in front of Valdez, Uruguayan. And it will be a second corner, quick succession for the visitors. Kalach, he's 20 appearances and let in 20 goals. There's another header coming down. Kalach gets it at the second attempt there, and it's Amoruso who's ready to pounce, but a free kick to Milan. Header coming in from Valdez, and Kalach dropped that ball. The referee said he'd been impeded by Amoruso. Pirlo, Gattuso is wearing the captain's armband this afternoon. Paolo Maldini out with a thigh strain, and it looks like his season may be over. And once again. Kaká trying to ghost his way into the area. Tognazzi this time blocks him. Well, it is a free kick to Reggina. And Amoruso tangling there with Kaladze in the centre defence. Kaladze continuing his discussions there with the referee. And, they're going on for a long time, really. Kaladze just back from suspension. Missed the match at Juventus, as did Nesta, who was suspended also. 2-game suspension for Nesta. Was sent off against Atalanta. There's Cafu. Clearing long. Ball drops down once again. It's that man Ricky Kaká spreading the play out to the left and continues his run. Excellent play by Kaká. In has a cross shot there. It's Campagnolo. Got across. Made the save. Kaká looked up. I think he was looking for Inzaghi, but the ball drifted away and the keeper had to back pedal and touched the ball over the crossbar, but good play there by Campagnolo. Pirlo into the near post, and Inzaghi got in front of the defence but couldn't direct the header goalwards, sending it well over the crossbar. But very bright start from AC Milan. Just really what the doctor ordered. And 5 victories for Milan at home this season. It tells its own story of why they're outside the top 4. Brocchi. Ball into the middle. Lovely flick on by Kaká, and in the end, ball put out by Valdez. Inzaghi getting in behind him, and Valdez heading the ball away from the goal, and Campagnolo taking no chances, making sure that was parried away as Inzaghi closed in. Pirlo into the near post, looking for Kaká. Amoruso is back helping out his defence, made the clearance, but it's back with Pirlo again. It's away from one challenge. And plays a nice reverse pass inside, and it's Kaladze this time. And the defender who stayed up from the corner kick almost got a shot away, and then Kaká commits a foul on Barreto, but that's a wonderful reverse pass by Pirlo, and on his weaker foot, Kaladze. So a shot saved by the goalkeeper's legs. Barreto forward. Giuliani against Favalli, and hoists that ball well over the crossbar. And 31-year-old trots back. It's that right side of midfield. There's Paolo Maldini. Will he be back playing next season? It's a big question. He isn't going to make a decision just yet. See how that injury heals, and if he actually will play another match this season, it's to be determined, but certainly maybe a rest in a close season and he'll feel fired up at 40 years old to continue his playing career for at least another season. Great ball played in by Kaká, and Campagnolo coming out doing well. Triello strides forward, needs to get support. It's a good ball down the line. Excellent running from Amoruso, but he needs support as well. Liani's moves forward, as does Bielsa. Tognazzi to Modesto. Modesto curls the ball into the edge area, and Amoruso almost got the shot away, but was blocked in the end by Favalli. Kalatz coming out and gathering. Ball played in again. First time effort by Amoruso. Just popped up for the goalkeeper. Cafu chipped on the line once again. Kaká gets away from Barreto. Steps on the accelerator, plays the ball in the middle, takes a deflection just wide. Inzaghi was ghosting in there, but certainly Milan are a different side when they've got Ricky Kaká in the lineup. He looked up there, took a deflection off Oronica. Once again, Kaká showing his pace, get away from 2 challenges. Deep ball played in, drops down, and Seedorf just couldn't get a clean touch on it, and drops into Campagnolo's hands. Ball bowled out quickly. Corretto, arrived from Nyberg in the Dutch league. He settled well into Italian football. Giannani with that ball floated in, and Cafu getting back and using all his experience. So another corner now to Reggina. Ball played into the near post. Gattuso with a loose clearance there, missed kick completely, and another chance for Fiorenza on his left foot to swing this ball in. Deeper cross this time over the top of everyone. Valdez chases it down, keeps the ball in, looks for support, gets it from Modesto, but Modesto tried to skip past Pirlo, and Pirlo just stood strong, and now Inzaghi, he's crossed the halfway line. Pirlo joining him in the attack, as is Kaká. Plays the ball out wide and forces Pirlo wide. Kaká comes to the edge of the area, drops down, tries a shot just over the crossbar. Well, it was rising in the end, but wonderful play by Ricky Kaká. Sprinted out to the left when Inzaghi looked that way, and then played the ball out wide, just forcing Pirlo a little bit wide, but Pirlo, great ball back to the edge of the area, and Kaká just couldn't bring the ball down quickly enough. When he got the shot away, it was always rising over the frame of the goal. But once again, just showing how dangerous he is. And the break. Cavalli forward, nice touch off by Inzaghi. Kaká, chance now to run at the defence. Yet again, Valdez makes the challenge this time, and Trillo gives the ball away. Kaká again over the top, and too much on it there for Inzaghi. Inzaghi, who scored twice against Juventus last week. He's another player who's had his season blighted by injury, but he's also returning to form. Challenge coming in there from Gattuso. Kaká hoisting the ball over the top of the defence, but too much weight on it. Even if Inzaghi had it been onside, he wouldn't have reached it. Cirillo, usually playing out and more at right back with Valdez in the middle. There's a shoulder charge. Villani and Gattuso, which the referee didn't appreciate. There did Rino Gattuso. And there is Alessandro Pato on the bench this afternoon. All the talk was that he was going to start. And maybe we'll see him one later on. Certainly is another player who's had his injuries of late. Cafu does well, gets away from Modesto, plays the ball into the middle. Keeper gathers at the second attempt as Inzaghi closed in. Modesto got in front of Cafu, but Cafu held his ground and then played the ball low and hard into the middle. And Campagnolo just glad to gather that ball at the second attempt. And Maruso very deep, so Cozzo ahead of him. And Maruso twists and turns, looks for space, rolls the ball up to Villani. Maruso again. And his coach will want him up front, not wasting valuable energy in there. There's enough midfielders in there to bring the ball forward. And he makes a forward run, but Nesta always closes up the spaces so well. Alessandro Nesta. Gattuso, the surest of balls there to Seedorf, and once again Reggina have the ball and coming into the game a little bit more now. Fiorenza swings the ball out wide, taken by Modesto. The first touch is a chance now to measure across into the middle. Cafu there blocking, and Brocchi comes forward, and Cafu head down, sprints across the halfway line. Pirlo continues to bring it, and goes out wide, and you can see Cafu there shaking his head, but the ball's come to Kaká now. Kaká into the area, plays the ball to the edge of the box, and there's no one there. In the end, Milan broke quickly, but just feeling was they didn't use the ball in the correct manner. Kotsa comes out, ball played in behind, and chasing Amoruso will keep it in with Nesta in close attention. There's the ball back to the edge of the area, plenty of space for Modesta to maybe get a shot away. Good block by Nesta, wonderful defending. I just feel that Italy coach Roberto Donadoni would just love to have Alexandre Nesta back in the heart of the defence for European Championships. And some more defending to do, and the shot comes in from Viliani, well taken by Kalax. Alexandre Nesta, of course, who decided to retire after the World Cup in 2006, and says he won't go back on that decision. He's had a lot of injuries, as well, as I was saying, in his career. And we see this moment again when Kaká ran into the area, and I think he was looking to play the ball through there to Seedorf, and was just blocked at the final moment there by Valdez, the Uruguayan. Firenze, challenge coming in from behind by Gattuso, and giving the ball away, giving possession away cheaply there, Gattuso. Firenze wasn't really going anywhere. Amoruso with a shot, or blocked by Kaladze, and Seedorf now can break to the halfway line. Placed by Barretto into Pirlo. Pirlo helps the ball on to Brocchi. A little bit of the pace going out of the attack again from Milan. Comes into Kaká, gets it right under his feet, then plays the ball out to Cafu. Kaká continues out on the right. Cafu mooters into the area, but Oronica stepped in and made the clearance, and then Gattuso back, and that's where Gattuso's strengths are, winning the ball back in midfield, and Milan have possession again. Nesta over the top, flipped on by Kaká. Inzaghi against Oronica. Campagnolo inside his own 6-yard box, clears as long as possible, easily chested down by Kaladze. Once again Milan cool, calm and collected in the heart of the defence. Cafu down the line to Brocchi. Cafu continues his run. Brocchi has a chance to turn, plays the ball back to Cafu. The ball played in the middle. Inzaghi's there. Glancing header from Inzaghi. No real power behind it, and wide of the goal. So entertaining first 20 minutes or so of the game. Milan 1-0 to the good. That man in your picture there, Ricky Kaká, the goal scorer. Was fouled in the area, got up and took the penalty. Some aplomb, has to be said. Pirlo challenged in midfield by Barretto. Amoruso forward. And Viliani. Firenze chips the ball in and knocked forward by Barretto, but Viliani had checked his run. And Kalatz come out and gathered the ball. And Seedorf a sandwich there. Viliani getting back along with Cirillo. Cirillo, now 31. Also had a spell in Greece with EK Athens. And Siena as well, a well-travelled player. It's play by Milan. It's more like the Milan of old at the moment. Through out wide. Seedorf, instant control on the chest. That's the ball back to Kaká. Again, chance to run. Ball chipped in behind. Inzaghi was expecting Cafu to continue his run, but Cafu stayed out, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. Desta forward. Ball swung out wide by Berenza. Viliani, chance to run it for Valli. Hasn't got much change out of Valli so far. It does get a good ball into the back post, and down goes Kotsa, and foul goes against the Reggina man. That was better from Viliani. Took on for Valli. Got a good ball into the back post. And maybe it was a hand as well from Kotza. He went up for the ball with Cafu. Certainly did strike him on the hand. That's across the halfway line. Pushing the back by Valdez on Inzaghi. Maybe a free kick to Milan. Reggina yet to win in their travels this season. Only found the net 8 times away from home. Barretto moves the ball out wide to Modesto. To Kotza with a bit of space. Elegant player on the ball. Francesco Kotza. And Lorenzo there. And Griani unable to combine, going down that flank. And Sidor felt the final touch came off the Reggina man, but in fact it's a throw in to the visitors. Barretto. And the ball deep and over the top. Straight out for a goal kick. Seedorf continues his protests, but it is a goal kick to Milan. Again. Carlo heads forward. Seedorf has it on the line. Kaká gets away from 2 challenges, plays the ball off to Gattuso, gets it back again, races towards the edge area and is fouled. And Pugnozzi, and a quick free kick taken. It's going wide off the post. Again is Brocchi dragging his shot well wide in the end. Renzi does very well, skips away from Kaladin and is fouled by Gattuso. So Gattuso is certainly an unhappy fellow this afternoon. That's the second or third time he's had a word with Favali. Favali answers back to the captain. And Milan have some defending to do. So Pirlo and Brocchi in the wall. Cuts up into the back post, easily taken by Palax. Well over 2 meters tall. And Seedorf comes out again, needs support. Gets it from Gattuso. Seedorf out wide. Pirlo comes inside and plays a nice reverse pass to Favali. Favali in the near post. Punched away by Campagnolo ahead of Inzaghi. Drops down to Kaká. Kaká can't lift the ball over the defence. Kotza being trailed there by Pirlo and having his ankles clipped. It'll be a free kick to Reggina. So again, a ball from Favali into the middle. And Campagnolo taking no chances, punching the ball away. And Griani slips as he gets that pass from Kotza. And Gattuso decides to put the ball out, sporting gesture. So Winger can receive some treatment. Griani seems to be okay. And Reggina give the ball back to Calax. And Milan can start again. Keeper comes outside his area. Knocks the ball long over the top. Trilo with a header back, and then Nesta has played very well so far. Stepped in, but Reggina have it again. This time, Nozzi bit of space for Berenza. Berenza gets the ball wide, and Miliani comes in, back to Berenza. Berenza inside the area. And Kalac quickly off his line yet again and gathers. And certainly Reggina looking dangerous when they get the ball to the feet of Franco Berenza. Carlo opens the play up on the left for Valli. Strides forward, looks up, nice ball into Inzaghi. Inzaghi back hill, Kakao the header, and keeper gets down, makes a good save. Excellent combination there between Inzaghi and Kakao. A good save in the end by Campagnolo. But Ricky Kakao, the centre of most good things for Milan this afternoon so far. Valli just takes his time, plays the ball to Kaladze, and then Nesta ball over the top for Brocchi, but Veronica's across ahead of Inzaghi, and still the ball doesn't go out. It's Cafu again. The area, Brocchi trying to stab it through for Inzaghi. Pirlo is challenged, and then the ball is put out by Veronica, and it will be a throw in for AC Milan. Pirlo does that so well, twisting and turning, making himself that extra yard. And Nesta, deep ball over the top. Cirillo's there, and heads the ball out for a corner kick. Seedorf scurries across to take. Kakar in the area, as is Inzaghi, of course. Kaladze up from the back. And more measured build up from Milan. Here's for Valli. Couldn't get past Cirillo, but Seedorf is there for the rebound. And Seedorf goes down. Is that another penalty? I think it is. Wonderful play by Clarence Seedorf. And Farina just shrugs his shoulders. What can he do about it? He's saying. And I think it was Miliani. I think it was. He turned inside and held his arm across the face of Clarence Seedorf. And then also stuck out the heel as well. So there's no way Seedorf was going to get past him, but poor defending in the end. And it's Ricky Kakar to make it 2-0 if he can. Interesting to see if we go for the same side of the goal as last time. Goes for the other side. Coolly taken, Ricky Kakar. 2 penalties, one to the right of the goalkeeper and one to the left of the goalkeeper, and Milan are 2-0 to the good. Over 30-minute mark going, and Chief Executive there, Vice President Adriano Galliani. Round of applause for Ricky Kakar, who now takes his total to 13 goals for the season. What is his 26th appearance? Keeper guessed the wrong way again, and Milan have a bit more daylight ahead of them now from Reggina. Giuliani give away the penalty. Comes forward. I'm sure his coach won't be too pleased with this first half performance by Reggina, especially in how cheaply they've given away goals. That won't worry the San Siro faithful. They're in full voice now. And Carlo takes the throw in. Viliani loses out to Seedorf, and Viliani again commits the foul. And Seedorf, so hasn't been Viliani's afternoon against the Dutch master. But that's the man of the moment, Ricky Kaká. And they're content. Milan bench 2-0. They want to push on as well. So they get a third. Be a confidence booster as well. Pirlo out wide. Brockie now trying to play the ball back with his little back heel, and challenged by Valdez in the end. But again, once again, neat play by Milan in the build-up. A through into Kaká, rolled the ball on to Brockie. Brockie trying to back heel, but well blocked. Carlo Valdez. Now Seedorf comes in field, looks for Inzaghi, doesn't come off. Pinozzi, Veronica, Barretto, Pinozzi, and then Hotza, Desta out wide. Lorenza chipping the ball in for Amoruso. It seemed as if Amoruso took that down with his hand, but referee waving play on. And Pirlo clears the ball long. Inzaghi steps in, does very well, then opens the play. Kaká stepped in, did very well. Now opens the play up to Inzaghi. Leaves the ball for Ricky Kaká. Kaká just takes his time. Pirlo over the top. And Cafu trying to volley there at the near post, but not getting a clean connection on it. And it is a goal kick to Reggina. And a mountain climb now. 2 goals down, as I said before. That joint, they are third bottom, but Livorno drawing at Roma last night, 1-1. That's brought them up level, and Empoli playing as well today. So that could all change for Reggina and put them in greater problems again. They're used to that. They're used to battling away for survival. Ball goes wide. Hotza curls it in. Not the best of clearances by Palazzi, but the goalkeeper coming out. Gathering very well. Brockie. Inzaghi. He's got Brockie outside him. Just further wide is Clarence Seedorf coming up from deep midfield position. Now Kaká takes over, edge the area. Just couldn't pull the ball back. And Carlo, good defending there by Carlo on that occasion. Wasn't drawn into the tackle, and just got a foot out to make the block. So it's Pirlo with this corner kick over on the left hand side. Plays the ball to the edge of the area. It's read by Hotza. He gets a return from Firenze. He's looking for support. Changes the play over to the left. Modesto has a chance to measure a ball in, but unable to do so. It's good defending by Marcus Cafu. Quick corners taken. Value the header into the edge area, and then the drive comes in. What a goal! What a screaming goal there from Modesto. Barreto. Edgar Barreto's second goal of the season, and that is a wonderful finish there by the Paraguayan. Ball dropped on, one touch, drove through it, and Kalac, nothing he could do about that. That ball was still travelling as it flew into the back of the net, and suddenly Reggina have a bit of a lifeline. So 2-1 here at the San Siro. Reggina back in the game. Carlo gives the ball away to Kotza. Milan just want to settle down again. Cirillo. Veronica. Modesto taking no chances. This game's very much on the ball again. It's been a very entertaining first half so far. 3 goals as well. 2 penalties for Milan, both converted by Kaká. And then a wonder strike from Edgar Barreto, who's on the ball now. It's lifted Reggina. Modesto. Hotza. Trying to put a ball in behind Cafu, and the referee felt that Cafu had made the 2-footed tackle in his boot. Marcus Cafu. See that again. Poor touch by Cafu. And he did win the ball, but his shots were definitely showing. And this is a dangerous position right on the edge of the Milan area. Cuts up over it. Here's a danger from set pieces. Here he is. Curls in the near post, drops down. Takes a couple of deflections, and then Birenza can't finish the shot off, but a bit of panic there in the Milan defence. Canning off Amoruso in the end. And then Birenza well wide, and Kalac unhappy with his team's defending on that occasion. Rightfully so. The ball was allowed to travel a long way. Does have the goal kick, however. Clears across the halfway line. Goal scorer Barreto. It's up well above Gattuso. And it's Favalli with the throw-in. Back into the heart of the defence. Kaladze, Nesta. One ball by Nesta. Seedorf and Cirillo went over the top of Seedorf there, and the play will be held up for a couple of moments. So Bruno Cirillo can receive some treatment. Got up well, but landed just on the base of the back and over the top of Seedorf. Remaining on the turf. So, as I said, the game back on the boil again. Milan do still hold the advantage. Seedorf won the penalty for the second goal. And he's played well down that left-hand flank predominantly. But Carlo Ancelotti has a bit more thinking to do at half-time. It's just maybe in the defence that Milan need to tighten up. Look dangerous coming forward and created plenty of openings. And it's Favalli. Defenders under 30 years old. Seedorf, the drive! That was a wonder strike by Clarence Seedorf. That would have matched Barretta's effort if it had gone in. It went past Barretta, and then that was a bullet-like shot. There's nothing the keeper could have done about it. He was stock still there in the centre of the goal. You see it again, just drifting away from the post. Pirlo, nice little flick back to Gattuso, but Gattuso lets himself down, but then wins the ball back, and that's something Gattuso will never give up. Seedorf, ball dropping up for Favale, and there's a lunge there by Pogozzi, flying into the challenge. Let's just see it again. He did win the ball and took Favale out of the game as well. Palazzo, the long ball's headed down. Brocchi. Pirlo forces Cafu wide. Cafu back into Pirlo. Pirlo checks back outside. Tries a shot. Just wide. They're all at it now. And I think Campagnolo, did he get a touch on it? Pirlo thought he did. It was a great drive by Pirlo, turning back in onto his stronger right foot, and it was a good save in the end. Campagnolo got across, he got a fingertip to it. He certainly did. You can even see it from that angle. But as it is, it's still 2-1, and the shots are raining in from all over. And in fact, the referee deciding that it was a corner kick. The right decision, of course. Favale, chip into the edge of the area, headed away. And comes Cafu. Will he try a shot from range? He does indeed. He's blocked, and Nesta coming across. Cool as you like. Lisandro Nesta winning the ball ahead of Amoruso. Then Pirlo. Lovely feint and turn by Pirlo. And challenged by Barreto. And suddenly Reggina can break. Pirlo still on the ground. Amoruso will stop and put the ball out. And whistles around the stadium as Pirlo stays down. He's certainly not the type of player to really stay down. Barreto got across. I don't know if he got I think he may have got Pirlo's ankle first there. So maybe from this angle we'll get a better look at it. It's definitely a foul. Mr. Farina. One play to go on, but didn't touch the ball at all. It was Pirlo's foot that got the ball. Pirlo back on his feet, and in fact from that just go back there, it was a big round of applause. It was for Campagnolo, who threw the ball out for a corner kick. Mr. Farina had given the goal kick from that Pirlo shot, and in fact a very sporting gesture by the goalkeeper, and it's been a very entertaining first half as the half-time whistle goes. And just to recap, Milan raced into a 2-0 lead. Both penalties from Kaká. He was fouled for the first, then Seedorf fouled for the second. Kaká dispatched him very well, and then a wonder strike from Edgar Barreto just before the half-time interval has opened the game up again. But as the teams walk off here, just the half-time score is AC Milan 2, Reggina 1. But of course, don't go away because we'll be back.